Before you ask, no, I'm not reviewing the Toyota Prius again, only this time in grey. If you look at it from that angle, go on, get over there, you can see it's bigger than a normal Prius, and that's because it's the Prius Plus, and it's the first hybrid powered MPV to go on sale in the UK. But before we get on to its hybrid-y ways, we need to see if it's any good at carrying people. Well, the 7 seats, which is a good start, and because this seat moves far enough forward to give you a decent sized gap, it's not too much of a struggle clambering into the back, even for me. And if I put this seat back, which incidentally has been set up for an adult sat there, I've got just about enough room, and if I sit up straight, headroom's just about okay for me too. So kids will be absolutely fine back here. Now let's see what it's like in this middle row. Just get out, there we go, put that back, and I'll just fold this out your way so you can see what's going on here. There we go. Now, I've got the seat far enough forward to give people behind lots of leg room. If there's no one there, you can slide it back to give yourself some more knee room, and there's plenty. You can also, as you probably noticed already, recline the seats. And look, there's 3, so no one has to argue about taking up too much room. Also, if you look here, the floor is completely flat, so it doesn't matter if you get the middle seat. In fact, it actually gives you a better view out.
So, what's the Prius Plus like for front passengers?
Well, I'm happy to report that the seats are comfy, you get good visibility, and equipment is generous. In fact, even the entry-level car has stuff like a panoramic sunroof, cruise control, and a reversing camera. There's also Bluetooth 4.
Your mobile phone, USB for your iPod, plenty of airbags for your precious cargo, and electronic anti-skid control to prevent
an accident in the first place.
The Prius Plus impresses on the move too. It's good to drive, and while the ride is quite firm for an MPV, it's not unpleasant, and it enables the car to handle surprisingly well for a people carrier.
Okay, so we've established the Prius Plus is pretty good for carrying people, but what sets it apart from other MPVs is the fact that it's a hybrid. And unlike the normal Prius, the Plus actually gets more efficient lithium-ion batteries, and in fact they're stored just under here, and they enable the car to run on an electric power line at town speeds for up to a mile. However, if you run out of juice or you need to go faster, then the petrol engine kicks in. When you're just coasting though, it cuts out again, or if you pull up at traffic lights to help save fuel.
All this allows the Prius Plus to emit less than 100 grams per kilometre of carbon dioxide. This means it costs nothing in road tax, and because it runs on petrol, it doesn't attract a 3% diesel surcharge for company car drivers.
Toyota says the Prius Plus will average 67 miles per gallon. Now, for all the hybrid haters among you who reckon you'll get nowhere near that, I've got some news for you. The other day on my 11-mile commute home from work, I did 77 miles per gallon. Admittedly, I'm a bit of a hybrid Jedi, so I know how to get the best out of the system, which generally involves driving really slowly. However, if you drive it like a normal car, in my experience, you'll still be able to get well over 50 miles per gallon. However, that brings me on to this car's downsides, because if you're going to be regularly travelling... What, did I get it? Travelling 7 up with 7 people on board, come on, keep up. Anyway, if you're going to be travelling 7 up, you're probably going to be better off with the extra pulling power you get from a diesel engine, especially as when you put your foot down in this car, it makes this annoying groaning sound.
What's more, you also get some annoying wind noise at motorway speeds. Then there's the interior. The materials seem a bit cheap, while the design is no match for a Peugeot 5008. In fact, it feels a bit like you're sitting in an old Casio calculator. In-car stowage is limited too. Okay, so you have a good double glove box, but the side door bins are small for an MPV, and the central cubby is only good for a small notepad.
And if you want an MPV that can double as a furniture removals van, you're probably going to be better off with a Seat Alhambra, because there are a couple of things which limit this car's load lugging capability. For instance, you've got some intrusive wheel arches. The ceiling, well, it's not very high, and you don't have a continuously flat load bay either. The worst thing about the Prius Plus though is its price, because it's very, very expensive. But if you want a reliable MPV with class-leading emissions and economy, well, this is it.